Hi everyone, Sam here from My Needle. I am back on the same day wearing the same t-shirt but in a different location. This video is going to be my WIP Parade. I've had a couple of people touch base with me directly asking for a WIP Parade. So this is what it is. In this video I will not be editing, so I won't be inserting any pictures. I will show you the cover. Well, the cover design if I have a photo of it either on my phone or it's a paper chart. Otherwise, eventually I will fill out the description box below for you, which will have all the details. If I remember what fabrics they are as we go through, I'll let you know. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a message below and I will get back to you. So, I don't know how many WIPs I have. It's over 30, guaranteed over 30, because some project bags have multiple WIPs in them. My goal for this year is to get it down to one project per bag. We'll see how that goes. To grab a drink, grab something to eat, and let's get into it. The first WIP I'll just show you is my new start from today. This is Delivering Roses by Stitchin with the Housewives. And I have a photo here. This is the cover design. So this one is being stitched on 16 count Aida. It's a blue hand dyed, done by a New Zealand dyer called Country Stitch. I only started it this morning, so I done a little bit this morning and just a little bit before I sat down to record this video. Over there. Right, this next one is being stitched on linen or on fabric that is the bane of my existence. This is Lizzie Kate's Less is More, and this one says Hate Less, Love More. Being stitched on Water Lily, 32 count, I think. Mix of Victoria Motto and the Called For. And I don't like this fabric, it's stiff as a board. Should really just knuckle down and do it because that was a pain in the butt. So, not that much left. If someone wants to count how many I have, let me know, that would be awesome. This one is going to be a restart. This is, and yes, I'll be putting stuff away as I go. So, sorry, not sorry. This is Bunny and Bee by Annie B's Folk Art. This has been done, it looks like a 20 or 20 count Aida in blue. This is where I got to. You can't even tell I stitched something. So I might restart that on something else. Don't know. And I think it's being stitched for the Called For thread. What do we have? Dimensions Gold Petite. This is Napping Kitty. This uses 18 count Aida. I think this is going to be a restart too on a bigger piece of fabric because there's not much. Well, there's a little fair bit of margins, but I'm not going to be able to get this on a hoop or anything. My stitches look like shit. So I think this will be a restart on another piece of fabric. I didn't touch it at all, I don't think, last year. What's this? This has been sitting in my WIP pile. I don't know why. It's actually finished on a piece of 16 count. It looks like hand dyed Aida. Should just finish it and give it to my boy. That's not a WIP. Oh, when I was pulling out all my WIPs out of my test, I found some oldies. I know this is an Congdon design, PhD, projects half done. And there's a counting error somewhere. I know that much. And this is done on a piece of 16 count hand dyed Aida in a pinky tone. There you go. What's this one? This one is by where's this one by? This is Halloween Cat, and it is by some what's her name? Here we go. I found it. So here, it's by Jodie Rice, Halloween Cat. I started this years ago on some 32 count more hand dyed. Excuse me. And that's all I've done. Should see if it works in pattern keeper actually. What else is down here? This is Country Cottage Needleworks, Love Our Nest. I changed the pink to purple, and I was omitting the top border, I believe. Looks like this is done on an Aida. Yeah. And I know the purple was a Victorian motto, so was the green. That's where I got up to. This one is Barbara Anna Designs. I Gave You My Heart. Sorry, it's in black and white, but that's all I have. This one was getting done on a 32 count. I think it's a Polstitches fabric I bought off someone. This one doesn't have enough space at the bottom to do the grass under her feet. So I don't know if I'm just going to bin it or what. So I'm up to. The pink in her dress was getting done in, that is a Victorian motto colour, I think. I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure it was. This one needs a lot of love. I love this chart. This is Harvest Keeper by Plum Street. I was converting the colours to something similar that I had in my stash. 32 count. Stitching it on a 32 count, I remember that. Maybe Vintage Country Mocha or Cafe Mocha. I need to just get my A&G. I'm actually going to pull out this tree here because it's getting done in a Victorian motto rustic greens, and it was, I don't know if you can see that, oh you can, so it was brown and green, and when you stitch it I don't like how it was coming up, so I'm going to pull that out, and the dress is getting done in Grape Jamboree, which is pretty cool. So I have, do I have it all done? No, I haven't stitched her face and her hands and the bit and the top of her hat. So that's where I'm up to. So yeah, 32 count Cafe Mocha. This one is a DMC kit that my kids bought me years ago. Puppy with flowers, because I'm a pansy lover, they bought me this. It comes with 14 count Aida. That's stiff as a cardboard. I don't even know which way it's up. I'm guessing it's this way. That's all I've done. Should really just do that on a different Aida. In this bag I have several charts. First one. This is a Bothy thread kit. One of the gorgeous girls. Hush Little Bunny on 16 count pre-printed Aida. But you still have to do all the back stitching. That's what I'm up to. That's actually metallic. Oh, this is metallic backstitch. The other one is Rainbow Dreams by Bothy Threads. It's another gorgeous girl kit. And all the colours and the silver, that's all metallic. And the rainbow. There's a bit down here in the bucket and only here and stuff. And the stars are metallics, and then you sew on the sequins afterwards. This is on 14 count Aida. Bothy Thread no longer has the license for the Gorgeous Girls, so you can't get them from there anymore. So if you find any Gorgeous Girl kits that are done by Bothy and they're rather expensive, that'll be why. But this is what I'm up to. Started the purple and the rainbow, still trying to do the bucket. I filled in the metallic in her here, and that's dripping down. She's faceless at the moment. And I've done the metallic down the bottom and all the half stitch and one strand stitch and all that. If you watched my video I put up just before of my WIP update with some finishes, you would have heard my story about why I do Bothy Thread Gorgeous Girls. But those two are for me, and I have another one that's put away for me, because all the girls in the family already have theirs. This was a 2020 birthday start for me, the Scarlet House Stitches mat. I'm doing mine on 18 count Aida. Vintage Country Mocha, this one. And I've only done one side of the border on one page. So I actually haven't picked this up since I started it. And I started this year. I purchased this all for my birthday, which is in February, so in 2020, but I didn't start this till lockdown, so end of March, beginning of April, because I was waiting for stuff to come in. I'm going to stitch it all in the called for, and I am planning to make the mat, but I need to get my previous year's birthday start finished first, and I'll show you that next. So my 2019 birthday start was a Nora Corbett, and this is Pansy. I'm stitching it with all the called for on 32 count even weave, and this is where I'm up to. So I've got the cryonic in here. I'm only doing one strand of the cryonic though because it's a pain in the beehive. And I started in the middle and worked on my way down. That one. I've got all the beads and charms and everything for it. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, bastard. What's in this one? Oh, that's just the chart. Nothing in there. Another one that's the bane of my existence is Needles Dance. That is a collaboration from Hands On Design, Ink Circles, and Summer House Stitchworks. I'm doing mine on the 32 count Blue Moon with the Cool 4 threads because I purchased it all together. And I hate this, I hate the fabric. But that's what I'm up to. Yeah. Hate this thing. This is so stiff as well and scratchy. And I normally don't stitch on linen, and this is on linen. I think it's a linen. Another one, another Dimensions I purchased for a steal called The Night to Remember. Someone was selling the complete kit for cheapest chips on Trade Me, which is our New Zealand version of eBay. This is being done on 18 count navy Aida. And this has actually been put away until I finish another one of my Dimensions. The big one anyway. That's what I'm up to. So this is the middle and some of the chimney stacks from the ship. Lots of blends. Lots of blends in this one. And the metallic. I don't think there's any metallic in this one. Love that one. What do you know? Another Dimensions kit. This is the mason jar lineup. I think that's what it's called. Yep. I purchased this from our local craft store called Spotlight, which I'm guessing is much like the American Michaels. Is it Michaels they call it? I think so. And this is done on the kit fabric, which is 14 count, this white Aida, using the the kit threads. And that's all I've done. It's the start of one jar and a little bit of the second. This one. Nothing in my pocket. This one has 3 projects in it and a needle winder. Oh, this one is a full coverage. It is by Country Magic Stitch. It is Jurassic Park full coverage that I'm gonna do for my boy. I'm doing it on 25 count 1/1 full cross. That's it there. And this is what I'm up to. So I haven't done anything since the last time I showed you. So I've just done that. That's at the bottom of one page. So that's the width of one page, should I say. That's all I've done. The next one in here is one of my story keeps. It is Rise of the Witches by Heaven and Earth. This one is being done on 25 count 2/110 stitch, and this has been put away until my tulips, my quick stitch tulips is done, and then I pull out one of these to go next. So that's where I'm up to. So the way I stitch, I'm a bottom up stitcher, so this is the bottom of the chart. This has 3 colours in it. Yeah, so it's got black. I know it's DMC 500, another colour, but you can't see the other colour. Really like that one. And then this is my Twisted Rainbow sampler. This is by Vivian Powers. Let's see if I can. Yeah. So I have done the corner, the bit there, and the hearts. I'm doing mine on 22 count heart hanger, 1/1. So it goes this way. Yeah. So I am. The problem is with a lot of my stuff, they're bigger pieces. I don't know why, but I set myself up for a goal to have one project per bag. Don't know how that's going to happen with all these full coverages or larger pieces. Right. Oh, num bum. Oh, drink time. This is, oh yes, this is another Dimensions. This is Victorian Charm. This is done on 18 count navy Aida. I started up here because that's the middle of the chart. That's where I'm up to. This one doesn't have metallics in it. A lot of half stitches though. A lot of colour changes, which is fine. And once again, that's kind of on the back burner. And I'll tell you what Dimensions kit I'm focusing on. It's been around for a while. This is Caroline Manning Designs. This is my beachcomber. I have purchased a few other of her designs, but I'm only doing one at a time. This is what it will look like when it's done. This is stitched on 18 count Aida, ivory Aida, 1/1. I'm like 43% done on this, and I'm I'm colour completing at the moment. So I'm working on DMC 223, which is this colour. I think that's how I'm just going to tackle that. It's just colour complete. Seems to be my thing for full coverages at the moment. This is I've got a picture in here, Maria Bracavo. I think that's correct. Sorry if I butchered her name. Real good at that. This is the the whale in a light bulb. It's been done on 32 count, just white even weave. That's where I'm up to. I have got this into pattern keeper. But what I've done in pattern keeper, because this has half stitches, is I have marked the half stitches has already been completed, so I know when I get to them, because of the way I stitch being bottom up, is I know that I haven't done them, so they're half stitches. I have a Mill Hill kit. This is by Laurel Birch. It is old blue and red. Doing it on the 14 count Aida that comes in the kit. I started doing the black outline and had that finished. And just picking a colour and going with it, sort of thing. It's one of the beads kits as well, so there'll be beading to do afterwards. What's this one? Another Barbara Anna. This is a Pearl from the Sea. You can't really see it, but that's a flamingo that she's sitting on 28 count T Monaco, picking my own colours. So I got up to. I'm thinking about ditching this one. I don't think I've stitched on it all year. Although it's actually not that far off finishing it. I could just do the flamingo and her and then call it done. We'll see. We will see. Plum Street. Blackberry House. I remember I was kindly gifted this chart. I don't remember who by. I'm stitching it on a 32 count. Queen Anne's lace. Pretty sure it's 32 count. I know it's definitely Queen Anne's lace. Using all the called for colours. And actually stitched on this the other day. That's where I'm up to. So my idea at the moment is to fill in the urn, and then I'm going to do the house that's here. I'm going to do all the big stuff, all the colour block stuff, and then go in and do all the fiddly little bits afterwards. I think that's the plan. This is, Meow Block by Hands On Design. What's this getting done on? 28 count Brittany Even Weave in ice blue. I'm changing the colour of the cats. There is a white cat, and I'm doing a multicolour cat and almost a black and white cat. And then possibly just a plain black cat to fill in the fourth. Yep. And this is where I got up to. I need to rip out the green and put it in the other side because our white cat Meow Meow has two different colour eyes. So that'd be Meow Meow. I think I made that Sasuke. That's Georgie because it's got different colours in it, which is her. And we used to look after a cat called Larrabee. Oh, and those are all Smyrnas in there. I have the pins and everything for this. I should just do it. Cat fur. It's in here. Ooh. This is my needlepoint kit from a New Zealand designer. So it's a pin cushion and a needlebook. So you go through and do all the needle point bits first and then lay the ribbon over the top. And I got done the first page of the needle book. This won't take long to do. This is just really simple. And the kit came with everything. It's only $40. Wouldn't mind getting another one in a different colour. Do this one first. I'll do later. Oh, this is another story keep. This is Evil Queen. Evil. Sorry, I'm just looking for it. No. There we go. No. Yeah. Another Aida one. Is it there? I'll just pop the key snap off so you can see how much I got done. I don't know how much of this has been completed. So I got a few sprinkly bits down here to do. This one was also getting colour completed. Another one on 25 count, 2 over 1/10 stitch. And I'm actually using Anchor Black for this. Must say much prefer Anchor Black. Also, it feels a bit different. I really like this piece though. So this might be my next one after Tranquil gets done. Looks really good in the camera. Put it over there so I can put it back together. This is my Big Bertha. The Brickhouse sampler by Brenda Gervais. You'll remember I started it as per the instructions on 28 count lamb's wool, and it was supposed to be 1 over 1, and I started it that way, but I screwed it up. So this is my original start. I am going to attempt to pull it out. That was my start, and then that's wrong. And I thought I'm not going to do this whole design 1 over 1 on 28 count. So I got another piece of lamb's wool in 28 count, but I'm doing it 2 over 2. I haven't even finished that massive house. I finished page 1, and I'm still working on page 2. That's it there. And the blue in these flowers all across the border are wrong. They're meant to be the darker blue that's in the bird, not the lighter blue. I really don't care, I'm just going to leave them in. I haven't even finished the bud bits on the tree. I need to finish the house and colour in the windows, finish the border, and then do that tree bit. And I think there's some alphabet across the top. No, oh, just alphabet over here, and that will be page 2 done. And some back stitching on the stairs. So I'm actually stitching this one in hand, and I am attempting the sewing method on this one, which hasn't come out too bad so far, especially on the red. I thought it would be quite bad. I really like this piece. Another one, if I just gave it a little bit of time, it will be done and out of here. That one I'm going to need to twist my husband's arm to pay for it to be framed. Not too many more to go. This is Jardin Privé. Oh, I don't know when I started this one. It is Jardin Privé. It is Sampler of Cats. I don't even know where it is on my phone. So sorry, there is no cover picture. If you watch Carla Being Crafty, she's doing this as well. I'm doing it on 20 count Aida. That's called Blue Cashmere. I'm using Gentle Art Blueberry 1/1. So I'm up to. So this is the tree in the middle of the pattern. I haven't done much more. This baby is my quick stitch. Let's see if I can find it. This is called Quick Stitch Tranquil Tulip. This is the shade that I'm concentrating on. This is another one being on 25 count 2/1/10 stitch. And this is where I'm up to. I actually worked on this after my last video. These are all my threads, my waist threads packed up, so ignore that please. So after my video that I just put up, I just started at the beginning of the colours, so like 100 and colour 150, so I done the 150, I've done 151, 152, 155, and I'm on to 158. I'm going back to colour completing this. So I'm just doing like all the little sprinkly bits in here and in the flower. And then I stitched in, I was doing parking and 10 by 10, I thought I'd start that. But that's too hard, too much, I wasn't enjoying it. So yeah, gonna sneak. Excuse me, sorry if that was loud. My apologies. This is probably one of my favourite pieces. So what I'm going to do now, because I like stitching different ways on this, sometimes I'll go by the first colour on the list and just work it all in. But I think I'm going to start the next colour on the bottom here and just do all that, and then next colour and do all that. And when I say do all that, I mean the whole colour and the whole chart. I'll just colour complete that way. So yeah, it's looking good, it's coming together. So I know the butterfly is rather confetti heavy, so I'm going to pick the colours in the butterfly that have the least amount of colours and start there and work my way up to the most amount of colours. And because I'm on Pattern Keeper, when I highlight I can see how much colour is in the design in this portion before I stitch it. That's what I started doing with the rose as well, or the tulip, sorry. Maybe I do that. Maybe instead of starting down here, I'll pick a colour in the butterfly and just go with it. So that's my focus, hey? This is Dimensions Kit Christmas jar ornaments. I'm not counting this as my focus dimensions, I'm just going to do it on the side. I have completed this jar, which is here. And I'm working on the next one, which is this one. Started it. These are fun little stitches. They're done on plastic canvas. It's not a start, so that's fine. I have the Little House Needleworks, the monthly sampler with the floss packs. I've got the whole year. I've done several of them. At the moment I'm working on April. So I have finished December, January, and this is November, and I have March, and then April, and I will go back and do February. I know I started February and then screwed it up. These are all getting done on 28 count tea coffee dyed Monaco 1/1. So they're tiny. I actually started taking that on the train. I've done a little bit the other day on the train. Oh, this one. This is a tiny modernist pattern. Here we go. This is called Love Builds a Happy Home by Tiny Modernist. Doing this on 25 count Lugana that I tea coffee dyed. It was originally white. This is another one I'm learning to kind of stitch in hand on. What's going on here? So I'm trying to stitch in hand and doing the sewing method. So from this one I even started from the top down because the way I stitch. So I got up to. So this is going to be a bigger than normal. It's doing 2/2 and 25 count. That's fine. Actually goes rather quickly. I haven't stitched on this in a long time. It's another one I should see if Pattern Keeper works with it. Drink break. Almost done. This one is actually a restart. It's a Aida restart. This is my Hubble Bubble ornament. I was originally stitching this on 18 count Aida 2/2 and hate it. I tried stitching it from the side, down the side of one page and doing columns, and then it got too thick and too much. I started doing 10 by 10, don't like it. Went down the bottom and started doing the parking row by row, and I don't like it at all. Looks good though, you can see the cat, it's really cool. I'm going to restart it on 25 count, 2/110. I did start it, but I started at the top doing diagonal and it's not my style. Very small start on the 25 count. So I'm going to actually just pull all that out and put this away. So it's not going to be very big on the 25. And I'm just going to put it away until I've got some of my other Aids done, and that'll be last on the list. This one I started on Christmas Day. This is for the husband's niece that is arriving in March. New baby. No, sorry. It's her first birthday in March. I'm getting a year behind. So for her first birthday, this will be sent over to Australia for her, because I do one for all the nieces and all the females in the family, being the girls, not the ladies. So this is Ladybird by Bothy Girls. No, Bothy Threads Gorgeous Girl Kit. I'm getting tired. I need to have dinner. And I'm tired anyway. So this is where I am. So I just need to have this done by the end of February to send over. Won't take long. Three more. This one is, and the three big ones. my linen in Threads 2020 mystery stitch along, stitching mine in DMC 94, so variegated green, and the accent colour is 3801. This is being done on a 20 count vintage country mocha Aida 1/1. It's still on the Q snap, so that's down to part 6 is down here, and I've just started on the next part that goes across the bottom, so I'm just going to move bottom up now as I go. And I haven't decided if I'm going to put the initials in or I'm going to borrow other people's little sprinkly bits they put in theirs and just pick a dark green, I think, to do it. The next one is one I have been doing very, very slowly because it's on 32 count Petite point Lugana. That's in grey and white, and it's Santa's Village, and I'm still on the first house. I made a massive boo-boo and had to rip out all the brown in the house and start again. So I've done that, and I've actually done a fair bit this year on it. So I redone the brown, I've done the white in the house, done the red, and started on the roof. But I was kind of hoping to have this house done before the end of the year, but it didn't happen. So I'll pull it out eventually. The weave is really tight even on a hoop, so actually take it off my hoop. So it's really hard for me, especially at night, to stitch. So the piece of fabric I have actually got for it is 24-inch square, and I keep all my supplies for it in a separate bag, so I've even got the buttons and stuff in here. And my last one is, and I'm not going to unwind this off my frame, which I did earlier because I rolled it back up, but this is Indian Peacock. This is the dimensions kit I am focusing on, and this is stitched on everything in the kit, which is 14 count Aida. And I've actually done all this down, including the back stitch minus the French knots, which I'll do last. So now I'm just working my way up here. This is the last project to show everyone. Take my chart off. Sorry folks, been more organised, but I'm not. Ooh. This is where I'm at. It's under here, you can see I've rolled it up. So I think it is the bottom. Around Sam. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 rows. So the bottom 45 rows are complete. And then I've just moved up. So the branch, and then I'm working on the peacock, the side. This is the half middle point. This is halfway. I know that. So almost halfway. So yeah, so that is all my WIPs. As I said, I have no idea how many I have. Thank you for sticking around and watching this very long video of mine. I generally don't do long videos. I appreciate everyone coming and yeah, hanging out with me while I done this. So my next video I should be doing is the other half of my stash parade. If you've seen that video, I done one half at the end of 2020 because everyone was doing WIP parades and stuff, and I wasn't going to do a WIP parade, but I've been asked to do one, hence this video. So I've done that. So yeah, hopefully in my next video I'll have time to record for you this coming weekend, and yeah, you should be seeing me again soon. Thanks everyone again. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.